What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Insane Gang, 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 freak. Back at it again with another video. So, you know how Sony owns Crunchyroll and Funimation, and we were wondering when it would eventually come to the consumer's face, and we would see funny, crunchy, funny. I don't know how they were gonna do it, but if anyone remembers that back when they tried to do that little collaboration, what was that, years ago? I'm thinking, oh, it's just gonna be a continuation of that, right? Except now they're under the same branch, so it should be essentially a continuation of that. No, no, not at all. So for those who haven't seen, apparently Crunchyroll is just getting everything Funimation. Everything. And over the course of the next few weeks, I think they're supposed to be adding I think they said like 90% or the majority of the entire library of Funimation shit all over to Crunchyroll, making Crunchyroll this like ultimate place to watch dubbed and subbed anime and like stream and like seasonal shit on time. And I'm sitting there like, guys, you know you have Verve and Funimation, right? Because it seems to be based off of the announcement that Funimation ain't getting no more new like sub content. Essentially, all the sub content is going to be exclusive to Crunchyroll, while the dub content that they were working on, they will continue to work on. But essentially, Crunchyroll is now like the premier place. They even mentioned how if you're a Verb subscriber or a Funimation subscriber, you can get a 60-day free trial of Crunchyroll, which very much also tells me that more than likely they're going to phase Verve out. The reason why I believe this also is because if you've been on Verve, there ain't nothing else on Verve other than like Crunchyroll stuff. Everything else is gone. The Sentai stuff, which I imagine was going to go anyway, because let's be real here, once they were bought out, once Sony owned both Crunchyroll and Funimation, realistically, I didn't think they were going to keep bundling up with Sentai. Now, Viz, I think that partnership is still there, although that was a very unofficial one in the first place because they never really openly talked about it. You just saw episodes of Bleach and Naruto and various other Viz Media titles on Funimation's site, but like, I don't think it was ever openly expressed that, oh, by the way, we're doing like this side backdoor deal with Viz about their streaming content. Also, I think because Viz was like, bro, we got good content, but we ain't got enough content to really justify doing our own shit. And they've already tried with things like Neon Alley, and I think they're just like, fuck it. We'll just let Funimation push it and we'll just get money rights. We'll just get licensing rights from it. Verb, I think, is dead. And Funimation, I think, only will exist for dub content, which realistically you really won't need to go to. Because let's be real here. If 90% of what's coming out on Funimation is going to be on Crunchyroll, you know what most people are going to just fucking do? Just get the Crunchyroll subscription. Cancel the Funimation subscription and get the fucking fun and just get a Crunchyroll subscription. And it wouldn't surprise me if they eventually jack up the price of Crunchyroll's subscription. I haven't looked because as of right now, the Verb Crunchyroll agreement still works out in my favor to where I essentially still get like access to Crunchyroll content with a Verve account. Although I imagine that's going to change very quickly and the pricing is going to change. I wonder if I can even look on the site right now while we're doing this just to see what my options are. Part of me believes I won't be able to, but I'm just curious. I imagine that price is going to get jacked up. So the purpose of this video is literally just to talk about the fact that Crunchyroll is going to have essentially a monopoly on the American anime streaming industry, dub and sub, because the only other competitors they have is Viz, who they have their content on their site, Sentai, who is insanely hit or miss when it comes to their dubs to begin with, and half of their content tends to start on Crunchyroll anyway as just streaming content. There's only a few titles that they don't have dub access to, but they have like sub access to. So you can still watch the show in some way, shape, or form on like Crunchyroll. Like you could still watch it. By the way, I'm actually looking at my subscription now. It seems like my subscription ends in fucking April when it comes to my Verb Crunchyroll subscription. So that's concerning. And see, I get the now. Listen, the bundling and the combining of forces, I understand, is cool and it's great because realistically, if you could combine Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and Paramount Plus and HBO Max into one company, most of us would do it for the sheer financial convenience of it all. Not realizing the reason why people don't like monopolies is because when you're a monopoly, that means you can control everything. You have your hands in everything. Meaning, if I want to jack up anime prices, the Crunchyroll subscription to like $30 a month, there is no other anime competitor you fucking with that can beat me. Now, the advantage when it comes to like things like that with anime specifically is that piracy and anime streaming sites have existed for a long time. Actually, they've existed before legal sites have. And because it's anime, it's not like a Netflix show where you can just easily rip a Netflix show. Let me rephrase that. And it's not like a Netflix show, whereas a Netflix show was harder to rip versus like an anime show. There will always be competitors when it comes to anime. But the argument that always came up is the convenience issue. See, there was no way a legal streaming site was ever going to be on the same tier as like an anime and I don't know, I can't even think of a good illegal anime streaming site. But let's just say Anime 44. That was a site I used to use a lot when I was watching Best Wishes content like over a decade ago, right? The one thing that they would never beat is content because an illegal site could put whatever the fuck they wanted up. Things from 4Kids, things from Viz, things from Funimation, things from fucking Sentai. They would throw up every fucking thing because they don't give a fuck because it's an illegal streaming site anyway. But the one thing that Crunchyroll and Funimation and Sentai and Viz could have beat them at is convenience. Because let's be real here. An illegal streaming site always had a fuck ton of ads, a bunch of you had to use this server, you couldn't use that server. It was a bunch of little small minutia bullshit that no one wanted to deal with. And so people would just jump on Crunchyroll and watch a show. And now that Crunchyroll's entire catalog has been bolstered by the inclusion of a fuck ton of Funimation content, legacy and otherwise, and I'm assuming that also includes a fuck ton of Aniplex content because remember, Sony owns that too. Like, you've now made it extremely promising to just go ahead and get a Crunchyroll subscription. And, contrary from my last video from a while ago, they've actually improved the site. But if you're a Verb fan and you know me, I am gonna review the site. Don't worry, I'm gonna review the new beta Crunchyroll because I've been meaning to anyway. It looks extremely close to what Verve looked like. So I'm very happy, but like ironically enthused by the idea that all they did was really they just took Verve and they just applied it to the main site with some minor changes, and boom, that's new Crunchyroll. But my main concern is the monopoly. And even though there are free streaming, there are other illegal streaming sites you can go to. Crunchyroll already had the comfortability. I mean, for God's sakes, you can watch Crunchyroll on your PlayStation, your Switch, your Xbox, your desktop, your phone. There's like a fuck ton of apps. There's apps everywhere for this fucking thing. Now that you have a bunch of dub content, so the dub people can't be like, oh, fuck, why I gotta go to two different sites to watch a sub or dub? Now they're all on one fucking site. And you have a bunch of legacy content, everything from fucking Yu Yu Hakusho to My Dress Up Darling. Like this is it. This is it. And although it's cool in the sense of, oh, thank God, I only need one subscription. Don't be surprised if that fucking premium sneaks up on y'all. Talking about, oh, we used to be $8 a month with all that dub content. Now we're 15, 20, 25. $30 a month. Just like a fucking Amazon Prime subscription. Good God almighty. It will not surprise me if those prices come up. And the problem is, there's nothing anyone really can do to stop them. Like, Sentai already had a pretty hit or miss record when it came to their stuff to begin with. Sentai has a decent amount of content, but you ain't fucking with this. It's like, think about it. Think about it. If you were a shonen fan, which you know, that's kind of the core fan base. Let's think about it. Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero, Black Clover, One Piece, Naruto / Boruto, Dragon Ball Z / Dragon Ball Z Kai / Dragon Ball Super slash the original Dragon Ball slash Dragon Ball GT, fucking FMA Brotherhood, Cowboy Bebop, fucking good God. And that's all subbed and dubbed. What the fuck? Like, y'all don't understand. This is a whole problem and a half. And you can't do shit about it. You can't fuck with that lineup, Sentai. I know you can't. Fuck, I didn't even bring up things like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan and shit. You ain't fucking with this lineup, bruh. And it's astounding because they ain't nothing. Hunter. Good, I could keep, and that's just shonen stuff for the most part, with some minor exceptions. Like that's just shonen stuff. Since I, what do you have? Food Wars? Jesus Christ. Oh, it's gonna be a whole problem, bruh. It's gonna be a whole problem. And there ain't nothing fucking, look at, they got fucking, oh my God. I just typed in something. Fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, watch that sub or dub. Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the entire, like, what? And this is just basic shit. The lineup is absolutely astounding. And you can't do nothing about it. Bleach. And its bitch ass is on here. Good God. I'm sorry. I'm being dumb. I apologize. But y'all don't understand, dog. I'm just concerned because they literally have the American anime community and industry under their thumb. And with that great power comes great responsibility. And this is Sony we're talking about. A fucking conglomerate. You think they give a fuck about, like, the consumer to that degree? Nope. The fact that you essentially forsake Funimation's site for Crunchyroll site because Crunchyroll site had better pull already tells me you don't give a fuck. I mean, for God's sakes, Crunchyroll's doing the whole VTuber thing with their little mascot Hime. I mean, and I'm not, and in the business sense of things, they're not wrong. I mean, Crunchyroll just has a better handling of internet culture and the internet in general. Funimation, on the other hand, provides a service that only a portion of anime fans really give a fuck about, right? All they really need to do now is buy Viz, and then that's it. That the fucking industry is theirs. But anime-wise, they've already pretty much locked that bitch down. The only thing they don't have is manga. I'm no, man. Like, I know how this goes, and I'm although in some ways I'm happy because that means I can watch all my shit on one site and I ain't gotta worry about jumping 6 different sites. Part of me feels like this is gonna get abused, and we won't really know until time moves forward. But as of right now, I'm gonna remain cautious. I would tell everyone else to remain very cautious because I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know how they're gonna handle it. It's very much a wait and see situation. But goddamn, this is some dangerous territory we're in because this is unprecedented. The last time some shit happened like this, it didn't even last long. It lasted like, what was that? Like less than a year was when Funimation and Crunchyroll did that little bunching up. And at least then that one felt more balanced. Here it just feels like, well, Funimation's site is dead to us pretty much. We're going to destroy that shit. Like, that's what it felt like. And so now they're putting all their eggs in Crunchyroll. That's what they're doing. And whether it pays off remains to be seen. But please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, because I'm just emotionally concerned, because like that's a lot to put that much on one site. And it's not like it's a lot in terms of actually being a lot. It's just more so like that's the American anime industry in one fucking site. That has never happened. Just go ahead and buy Sentai and be done with it. Sentai or fucking Viz, and then it's fucking over. God, man. Sony just try to be like Spider-Man and not like Venom. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we be Spider-Man instead of Venom? It's funny I made this joke considering they also still have partial rights to Spider-Man films. So please be like fucking Spider-Man and not like Venom, Sony. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I don't know what the fuck to say, bro. Let's get played away. I'll catch you guys later. Holy shit. Please be Spooderman. Please be Spooderman. Please. Please. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Please.